What's up, fantasy sports fans? Philly D here. It is halftime in the big soccer game. Real Madrid, Valencia 1-1. I'm watching this game live on my new premium soccer channel. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody enjoying the action on CryptoFantasySports.com? Hope everybody's having a good time watching those games. If you can't watch the games, what I like to do is I follow them live. If you can look up at the top left of your screen here, what I do is I type in my team and I'll just put in like Real Madrid live score, and it brings me up to a website called Flash Scores. You type you just click on the match and it brings you here. You get all the results live. Today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about bankroll management. Dun dun dun. Yes, it is one of the most crucial things in fantasy sports is managing your bankroll. Seasons are long, and you don't want to lose your money in week one. You don't want to say you have 5,000 no limit coins. Come week one of football, are you going to put all 5,000 coins in there? What are you going to do week two if you lose? You playing me? What are you going to do week two? No, I'm just kidding, guys. But this is something you have to be aware of. Bankroll management, guys. So say you have 5,000 coins and there's 16 weeks in the football season, right? So you kind of want to budget it out a little bit. You're not going to lose them all. You're not going to win them all. So what I like to do for my football season of 16 weeks, or soccer, or whatever it may be, 10% a week, guys, all right? So at 5,000 coins, so that's what you want to spend all year. You budget out 10%. So 500 coins, right? 5,000 divided by 10. So 500 coins, week one, is what you'll be playing with. Now, a question you may have, well, do I put all 500 coins into one contest, or do I try to spread it out in a bunch of contests? The answer is you want to spread it out, okay? Why that is, you want to have exposure in as many contests as possible. Say you're going into a contest and everybody in that contest scores really well, and you lose. You only had one team, and you just lost your whole bankroll in one contest. The advantage of multiple contests is another point I'm going to make. You want to have multiple teams, all right? Don't just make one team and then throw it into 10 different contests, right? 500 coins, you want to split up into 10 contests, but you use the same team. Well, what if three of the players on your fantasy team either get hurt or have a bad game, right? Or they get kicked out of the game? Then what are you going to do? You just lost the same thing. You're going to lose. You're going to lose in all those contests. So what you want to do is have a couple teams. Now, what you can do, right? Say you make 10 teams, but you really like week one, right? Let's just say you really like Julio Jones in week one of NFL, and you want him on a lot of teams. Well, say you put Julio Jones on like 7 out of 10 teams, right? Or your quarterback, right? You want Aaron Rodgers, you put him on 7 teams. Or a player, you want to take some chances on a couple players, right? You think LaShawn McCoy is going to do well. You put him on 2 teams, right? Or you take a long shot on a cheaper guy like Cody Kessler if he starts, or Brock Osweiler, somebody for the Browns, right? One of those guys. You put them on a couple rosters. That's called exposure. And you want to have exposure to as many players as you can, right? If you make one team, you have 10 players, right? Or whatever, 8 players, 9 players. And that's if you only pick one team, you only have 9 players. You pick 10 teams and say you use a pool of 40 different players, right? Say your league allows you to have 1 quarterback. So you pick 3 or 4 quarterbacks to go on your 10 teams, right? You pick 1 for this team, 1 for that team, and you mix it up. You pick 5 running backs, right? If your league allows you to have 2 running backs, pick 5. and then mix those 5 into the 2 spots on all the teams. Same thing with wide receivers, right? You're allowed to have 2 wide receivers. Pick 5 or 6 of them. You know, what you do is you pick your favorites, right? And then you just mix and match and try to match that salary cap. And that way you have more chances of getting the best lineup possible. And when you're playing in tournaments, right? Tournaments, you can have a shot at winning that tournament. You might have, say, 2 or 3 teams that don't win, but you might have 2 or 3 teams that come in the top 10. All right. So basically, you're just evening out your odds at winning the most money. And here on Philly D Fantasy Sports, that's what we want you to do. All right, guys. So be disciplined, right? And if you want to play more of your bankroll in week 1, then be prepared to put in more money later. Like if you're like, whatever, I'm putting all 5,000 coins week 1. Well, I hope you got 5,000 coins for week 2. All right. So take that into consideration. All right, guys. I know, no risk, no reward, but this is a risk. All right. 500 coins is $150 now. I don't know what's NLC up to now. It's like 35 cents. It's doing awesome. Haven't checked it. I don't really watch the price. I just know it's like awesome. And until it hits, $5 a coin, we don't care. That's where it's going, and that's when we'll start paying attention. Right, guys? So a little bit of helpful advice from me. I'm gonna get back to the match. Go Real Madrid. I got a lot of guys on that team right now. All right, guys? We'll see you again. Take it easy.